tuning in. We're going into part 2 now. We're going to be talking about parenting. So the first part was about marriage. Now we're going to be talking about parenting. And like I said in the intro, Lady Jane is a social worker as well. So we're going to
trained counselor
and a trained counselor. So we've dealt with the marriage part. So now we're going to be talking about parenting. So stay tuned. You're going to learn a lot. So how do you navigate raising kids in today's world, especially with all the technology and fast-paced lifestyle?
with great difficulty. No, it is an ongoing challenge, but I think every generation says that. So that's probably my starting point as well, is that realization that every generation seems to have a worry about the younger generation. So when you come from that perspective, you immediately relax. You see, it didn't start with you. It's something that's been playing out over the centuries. So this generation is always thinking this lot are not going to come to anything. They're really bad. They're doing this. So I kind of pull back. So that's my kind of initial checkpoint. Then the other bit is about looking at myself and being honest, because I find that as a parent, you're being a hypocrite, because I know I can only speak for myself. I've done a lot by a certain age. We're not going to say too much. I've done a lot, but your children are doing stuff. They got to grow, and then you're all over the place. So is that proportion? You have to bring in a bit of balance.
Yeah.
And I also think to myself, it's mating season for them. I've got a degree in biology, so that's helpful. They're ovulating, they've got testosterone, they're developing, and ultimately we want them to be adults, go off and marry and set up their own homes. And yet they start out and we're panicking. We can't have it both ways. So is that awareness that they're actually on their way to look for mates. It's a biological stage. Yeah. So just, be real.
So just
guide
know
them.
what stage they are at, and then
guide them respectfully.
Yeah, respectfully guide them in the right.
And without fear and judgment, recognizing that these are natural things.
Yeah.
It didn't start with you.
Yeah.
Humanity has been marching on for centuries. So I'm relaxed about it, and I trust. And from 0 to 2 or 0 to 5, that's your foundation. By the time to get 16, 14, 13, as they say in our language. So you need to get it right in those early stages. Yeah, you got to keep your baby very close. Eye contact, the hugs, the attention, and you find that they act out much less. Yeah.
So what advice would you give about keeping open communication with our children?
Yeah. Find what they enjoy and get in that space. I'll tell you one little joke. When I got into Love Island, oh my goodness, my parenting turned around because suddenly I was a cool mom. They were telling me who's doing what on Love Island. They were texting me. And suddenly I had a great summer and relationship with my children because Love Island, and they'll be, Mommy, Love Island is coming. Even I didn't like Love Island. I'd drop my cooking. I'll say, hey, when is it coming? Let me quickly finish this. Just, you're an adult. So play on that. And I think in one of our proverbs, it says you can't stand among thorns to pick thorns. So you need to come and be strategic. Be strategic in your parenting. Strategy. Wisdom and strategy. After all, your child, imagine that you gave birth to this baby. I brought mine home this big. Suddenly they're a teenager and you're worried. No, you have to use your mind. And at times I'll sneak around them as well. And treats, show that love. I remember my husband saying, make the home a nice place to come so that other people can't pull them. So if I know my child likes fried plantain, I'm frying that plantain. I'm like, hey, guess what we're going to have this weekend? Set up that expectation. Bring joy into the family home, be laughing, joke, let them tickle you, act stupid. If I see they're liking something, I'll overdo it. Oh, mommy, look at it. Oh, I'll mess around. It's all keeping somebody close, isn't it? And keeping that affection and love, and then your child doesn't become this stranger.
I think what I do is we'll have a movie night.
Movie night sounds good.
Is it Top Boy or whatever? We'll sit there, watch it. with
whether you like it or not.
whether, and then I use that as an object lesson. I said, see, their friends abandoned them. They thought they were friends, but in the end, they abandoned
Exactly.
them and things like that. And I think there was another one that is it the one with Will Smith and Bad Boys?
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
we watched that. So just me and
Yeah.
Jerry watched it together. So it's a movie that
Moving on, yeah, creating that bond, and then you've got something to talk about. Because
Yeah.
up until now, we talk about whatever.
Yeah.
You know, oh, remember when this happened?
Yeah.
And even if it's not funny, exaggerate it because you can see they like it and it's a hook.
Yeah.
It's a point of connection.
Yeah.
And of course, I'll sneakily go through their stuff as well. You know, you got to put some hardcore in there. So if you're not there, I can sneakily go through your things just to make sure. Your phone, shh, don't tell them. Yeah, sneakily, you know, don't make it look like you've been there, but you need to keep an eye, you know, keep them safe. You have a duty to perform, so it's not all fun and games. And I think cooking is really key. You know, it brings so much joy, connectivity, and baking. You know, I make the odd puff, seasoned chicken, make lasagna. It's not every day coming, you know, make some lasagna, do something and be laughing about it. Bring the fun into the family.
Yeah. And also, how do parents build strong bond to tackle modern parenting challenges?
I think we've kind of talked about some of that, haven't we? But yeah, it's all these things. And you know, it's not a one-off. That's what I'm learning. And each child will be different as well. So you need to know their different personalities. One would respond to a hug. One might respond more to, I remember my youngest, she would just want to come into the bed with me. And sometimes I didn't want her there. But the minute she would make that approach, you need to grab that. There's times I'm running off. In fact, I was a bit late coming here because my son decided to open up. You don't shut that down, you know. You don't shut that down because you don't know when that moment will come. You don't know how much courage they may have mustered to say that conversation with you. And you're like, oh, can't, I'm bit, no. So I always try to accommodate that because I don't talk, if you know boys, I don't talk a lot. Yeah. And also using other people. So if you know they like uncle so-and-so, I'll whisper, uncle, can you, just use every strategy. Yeah. You have to actually be intentional about it and strategic. Yeah. The way you do with work colleagues, you know, we apply our minds to different things. When it comes home, we put all the emotions in there and we're not strategizing. But remember, we are strategic. Yeah, we go after what we want. Do the same with your kids.
Yeah. Yeah. We want them a certain way, just work on it.
Yeah, work on it. And you see it's working, you amplify it. Oh, the way I remember my son began to wash the bath. It wasn't that good, but when I looked, I'm like, oh my goodness, I've never seen the bath sparkle like this. And I've seen the boy grow taller before my eyes, you know. I'm like, wow, you know, when you did that, I came and saw that bath, you melted my heart. And I'm telling you, things changed after that. Yeah, just, you know.
Yeah, so just praises when praises should be, and then correction when needs to be corrected. Yeah.
Less is more. And also kind of look after yourself as a mum. Because I find that as you've put that respect on yourself, you're not all over the place, constantly sitting on the phone, talking about other people's business. Put out what you want to see. Yeah, put out what you want to see. You say, come off your phone, but you're on yours. You know, is that modeling? They're seeing everything we do. Yeah, so comport yourself.
Yeah.
Go on, brush your teeth, go on, floss. You didn't do it. Let them see you flossing, whatever it is you want them to do. Yeah. Sort your room out. Meanwhile, all your shoes scattered. I'm speaking for myself. So yeah, let's be honest about it.
Thank you so much for sharing that. And how can we, what are some of the ways we can gain more knowledge about the mental health of our children and also online safety? How do we navigate that?
I'd say take them seriously. And I think that goes to that conversation of me saying, if they open up, they want to talk, listen, take it seriously. Don't shut them down and be aware, because as much as sometimes you're an adult and for you, what they're talking about is trivial. You know, so-and-so blocked me. You're like, what? Block them back. They were silly anyway. But it's big for that young person. Rewind to that time. I remember not getting invited to a party. You know, it took me, I don't know how long to get over it. But now you're big, you're looking back, you're dismissing it. So I'd say take them seriously. I'd say kind of have a sense of how they're doing. Is your child happy? You know, are they laughing easily? Are they giggling? Because a young person who's they're all right, you see that they're fluid in themselves. You might hear them playing some music, they're dancing, they're a bit silly around the house, or they're kind of normal in themselves. So if you notice your child is getting withdrawn, they're not talking, you offer them their favorite thing, they're not jumping at it. Those are clues. Yeah. So, and I think as an adult, we've always got to put children first, categorically. That's not a non-negotiable.
Yeah.
If you're not ready to have babies, don't have them.
Yeah.
They're a responsibility.
Big responsibility.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for sharing and coming on. I know it took a lot for you to come, and I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you
Pleasure.
so much for tuning in, and I hope you took a lot from what has been shared by Lady Jen. We call her Lady Jen. That's what we call her, and we love it so much. And so yeah, so do tune in. We're gonna have another show, so stay tuned. Okay, so as you can see, we're all wearing red, you know, because it's Valentine's Day. You know, we have to look fabulous for the show. And so yeah, so I hope you guys are having a fantastic Valentine's Day, and do cherish your loved ones, hold them close, and yeah. Also, you wanted to share again?
Yeah. What has been great, be creative and have fun in your relationship, you know, do what you will do. A game we played that was so good once, and again, I think it was sent straight from Holy Spirit, is I said, you know what, let's each write 7 things we like about each other, we love about each other, and just 2 things would like to change. And you have no idea how much mileage that game brought, and it's been developed in the family now. So now when it's people's birthday, every member of the family writes 7 things they love about the person. We leave out the bit they don't like, actually, because there's no need.
Yeah, so we're gonna do that. Everyone try that. I'm definitely gonna try it.
7 things.
Also comment down below your thoughts on the video as well. Let us know what you've learned and taken out of this. And I'm Viviani, and this is Lady Jane. All right, and take care. Bye. See you in the next video. Okay. Yeah, so thank you so much.
The only thing missing is my brandy.
Yeah.
Yes, but don't tell anybody. Don't tell Pastor.